Hello again, RonnRetrobro here with another competitive moveset, and today's Pokemon is Cresselia. This is a great Pokemon that a lot of people sleep on, and let me tell you, it is extremely gimmicky. From my experience, it's actually really good in RU, UU, and even the OU tier, and there's a lot of different gimmicks you can play with. Another good person that you can actually find this video on that I would suggest is NotBlametruth. He's a really experienced Pokemon battler, and he does a lot of videos on Showdown, and he'll actually give way better depth than I ever can on Cresselia and all the gimmicks. But this is my take on a competitive moveset I actually run on Cresselia, and a lot of different gimmicks and really tricky things you can do that makes it a lot of fun. So we look at the EV spread here, and the way I invest mine, I actually do max HP, 160 points in defense, and 96 points in your special defense. This makes it so that your defense stat is 316, and your special defense stat is 320, making it a complete wall. So now instead of just walling special attacks, which most people know Cresselia does, you can actually wall physical attacks as well. I also run the modest nature variant, just to give a little extra kick to your special attacks. Now, Cresselia can be very dangerous as a tank because it actually hits harder than a lot of other tanks do, and also you can actually do a lot of different surprises because for some reason a lot of people don't know that it can run Moon Blast, so they'll play dragons and stuff against it, or you'll put it out against a dragon and they'll really just let you Moon Blast them. Another thing you can do with Cresselia that a lot of people don't know is you can actually use it to check Mega Venusaur. Now, it's obviously not going to beat a Mega Venusaur, but like I said, it's actually a decent check. Because Mega Venusaurs are usually really tanky and use special attacks, you can eat up his special attack pretty well until the Sludge Bomb eventually poisons you, obviously, and you can hit it with a Psychic, hitting it for defense damage. So for anyone that loves to use Talonflame or anything like that, I would suggest using Cresselia just to buffer the Mega Venusaur a little bit, so Talonflame can come out, easily sweep it, and take very little recoil damage. It's actually a good combination, which, if played properly, will easily get you 2 to 3 extra kills with Talonflame because you waste so much energy on the recoil. Now, another thing I want to talk about here, as far as working with Cresselia, is that its ability is Levitate. That's one of the best things you could possibly have on this thing. I mean, as far as having Levitate, you can now use it as a wall for Earthquake coverage, which I actually do a lot. So whenever you're facing a Pokemon that you know is going to use Earthquake on you, you can switch right into it, just so you don't get hit. I also run leftovers on this thing. And the reason I run leftovers on this thing is pretty obvious, because it's a tank and you can heal it. And that being said, I run Protect. Protect allows me not only to scout what the enemy is going to do, but gives Cresselia time to heal. Since Cresselia is naturally tanky, especially physically and defensive with the particular spread I run, Protecting not only lets you scout, but because you're healing and getting up a decent amount of health, you'll usually survive a lot of hits that would normally kill you if you don't protect beforehand. And the last move on the list is Psycho Shift. Honestly, in my personal opinion, this is one of the best and craziest moves I've ever seen in the game. I've never seen anything this ridiculous since I've seen Malamar. And pretty much what Psycho Shift does is, when you have a status element on you, you take it off, you pass that element to your enemy, and you no longer have it. I'll repeat that again. When you have the status element on you, you take it off and you put it on the enemy. Do you know how ridiculously amazing and insane that is? Especially being a tank. Because 9 times out of 10 when you're a tank, somebody puts some type of status element on you to help you take more damage. So, in this particular case, instead of even trying to dodge status element, you allow them to do it to you, just to Psycho Shift it off and to put it on them. In later videos, I'll have a few matches where Cresselia will be showcased in teams, and you'll get a chance to see its raw power. But for right now, I've been RonnRetrobro, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Signing out.